The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Armed Forces Western Command reports a massive coral harvesting in Rosal Reef in the West Philippine Sea. In a forum, Westcom Commander Vice Admiral Alberto Carlos said they suspect that China is behind the action. Carlos noted that a number of Chinese maritime militia vessels had swarmed the area back in July. He added that the Navy made the discovery through an underwater survey after the vessels left Rosal Reef. Westcom had also spotted at least 30 Chinese fishing vessels in Iroquois Reef, Sabina Shoal, and Nares Bank last week. Now, these areas are part of the country's exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea.
Wala na natira eh. We suspect that somebody is harvesting our corals. And that means that they are violating our sovereign rights. Tayo lang ang may karapatan sa resources sa West Philippine Sea.
An expert says the government should consider going south should plans to put up additional EDCA sites pushed through. International Development and Security Cooperation President Chester Cabalza told The Big Story that additional EDCA sites in Visayas and Mindanao will help cover territorial interests in the area. He added that installing military bases in Luzon will only put the country at risk of further aggression from China.
Remember, you have two in Cagayan, and ang patama nila doon is because of Taiwan. So to have a fair and balanced perspective and to de-escalate the political and geopolitical bias on it, we should also bring it down to Visayas and Mindanao para hindi nila isipin na, kami ang pinapatamaan nyo eh. Because we have also issues with our southern corridor, with our maritime neighbors in Malaysia and Indonesia. And at the end of the day,
Cabalza also believes it's a good move for the Senate to invite the Chinese academics to get their insights on maritime zone. The Senate has formed a special committee that will draft a Philippine map, which will include territories in the disputed waters.
We also have American academics coming over, and this is the first time that any think tank will hold representatives, academics coming from the US, China, and Southeast Asia. So the mere fact that the Senate and our government is inviting the Chinese academics, that means that we are fair. Tama lang yun.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Several fans got to see the men and women's national basketball teams in action as they held a joint practice for the upcoming 19th Asian Games. The details in this report.
Janine Pontejos. Nagbabalik, Calvin Abueva. Sapa, Terence Romeo.
In one of the rarest moments in Philippine basketball, Gilas Pilipinas' men's and women's team were in one practice for the Asian Games. The session at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig was made extra special as it was open to the public.
And we're doing this for you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming.
The teams didn't face each other, but they simultaneously held drills and shooting routines on opposing sides of the floor. Fans, meanwhile, got the most out of it as they were able to see their national team idols up close. Like one fan who even skipped work to watch the training.
Nakalib po ako para sa Gilas. Tignan po natin kung may babalik po nila yung dati nilang laro. Pero naniniwala po kami, kaya po ni Calvin tsaka ni Terence.
Another spectator watched not just for the players but for the coaches as well, having been a coach himself. He believes the joint session will help both sides in their respective campaigns.
Malaking boost yun sa moral nila. Lalo na yung women's ngayon, magandang campaign natin. Sana magtuloy-tuloy yung campaign natin umabot sa World Cup or Olympic.
Some female cagers also showed up to support Gilas women like Erica, who looks up to ace April Bernardino.
Shooting guard ako. Pwede rin po ako makakuha sa kanila ng insight sa laro, ganon, yung mindset po nila or attitude nila sa pagdating po sa games.
Men's team coach Tim Cohn says the joint practice is a way to impart togetherness within the national team players.
Doing things like this and being around the fans and knowing the women's team, if we start realizing it's all bigger than us. And I think players, you motivate yourself when you realize you're doing something more than just for yourself. You have bigger, stronger motivation. So hopefully our guys realize that.
Both teams have just over a week to prepare for the Asian Games in Hangzhou, China. The women's team is grouped with Hong Kong, Japan, and Kazakhstan in the initial stage, while the men's team will take on Bahrain, Jordan, and Thailand in the group stages.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. Unio Philippines projects that the prices of diesel would go up by up to 2 pesos and 40 centavos per liter next week. Gasoline products are likewise expected to become more expensive by nearly 2 pesos a liter. Meanwhile, the LRT2, MRT3, and PNR will offer free rides for select passengers from September 16 to 20. This is in line with the celebration of the Philippine Civil Service Anniversary and the Peña Francia Festival in Bicol. And the Environment Department leads the observance of the 2023 International Coastal Cleanup Day. The agency says around 35,000 volunteers joined forces for the event. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.